Okay, for those of you who saw part 1 of my Card Wars Halloween update information video, this is part 2. There's a few things I need to tell you that either I forgot to tell you or that I just recently found out. And I'll be showing you pictures of certain things. And on the screen right now you can see, I just wanted to show you, these are the 14 cards that were added, the ghost cards. It is confirmed that there is a total of 14, or 15 if you count the hero card, so 12 creatures, 2 buildings, and 1 hero. And you can take a look at those for a while until I get to something that I have to show you on screen. Alright, so the first thing I want to talk to you about that I forgot to mention was Google Sync. I briefly touched on it, but I only told you one part of it, which was the cloud saving feature, which saves your game online and eliminates, lost items and progress. But in addition to that, there's also something called Google Sync, which if you are using a device that you got your game from the Google Play Store, and you're most likely on an Android device, then your game save will now be synced among all your devices that have the same Google account. So apparently you can, play your game on one device and then pick it up on another device, and it should have everything you've done recently. You should be able to just seamlessly transition from device to device. I haven't used it myself because I only have one device, but there's been plenty of other people that have confirmed this. So yeah, give that a shot if that's interesting to you. Next up is the heart timer. A lot of people have been complaining about it. It seemed like it got slower. It in fact did get slower. I don't have an exact number for you, but it seems to be just over twice as long now. So yeah, it's taking a lot longer to regenerate your hearts, and it's not a glitch or a bug. That was part of the update. So yeah, I don't know if it'll stay like that forever, but that's the way it is for now, and you have to deal with it. Next up is the black card tournament. For those of you that were expecting to receive the infinite 8-figure and the drooling dude gold card for rewards, and instead you end up getting the bald throne, or the bald man throne, or whatever it was, and the golden sandy. That's because the guys at Kung Fu Factory were having some problems and getting a lot of complaints, and they decided to extend that tournament an extra week. But they didn't do it properly, and they ended up skipping the timetable. So the rewards for the infinite figure black card, that tournament rewards got skipped over, and we ended up getting the rewards for the next tournament, which was the throne, the bald throne, and the sandy. So right now, the tournament that's going on right now, we're going to be getting the Fatapillar for the black card and the golden Legion of Earlings. So yeah, to clear up confusion on that, that's what happened. It got skipped over. Next up is the camera dude. Many of you surely have already noticed, but the camera dude's floop has been nerfed. It used to reduce the opponent's magic by 3, and now it only does it by 2. And in addition to that, many people have been complaining that if you use camera dude's floop on the very first turn, that it crashes the game. And this seems to be the consensus among everybody, so keep an eye out for that. And if you can avoid, you can test it out to see if that happens to you, but if it does, avoid doing that so you don't lose your match progress for that match. Next up is the extra spins. Well, I briefly touched on this in the last video. There's a new trick-or-treat daily prize. You click on the pumpkin, you go into the spin. It spins around, it gives you a free prize, and you get a new spin every 24 hours. What I did not mention was if you want to do additional spins, you can do additional spins for the cost of 1 gem per spin, which is pretty significant. And then the reason why I'm mentioning this to you though is because we found out the percentage chances, and as you can see right here, they're not very good for the other prizes. You know, the black cards and the gold cards and the coins and the 100 gems and even the 50 gems. They have really low chances, and you could spend all kinds of gems, and I know people have done it already and gotten nothing but, you know, a few coins, a few extra hearts, and a few regular cards. I don't think it's worth it, but you can do what you want. Now this next thing is probably the most significant piece of information I have to share with you, and it's about dungeons. Okay, so some people have looked into the game files in the new update, because when you get a new update, it updates the game files on your device. And looking into those files as text files, you can find out lots of significant information. And what people have found is that there is in fact a dungeon mode that's been implemented through the game. And apparently the only information we have on it is that they will be available Monday and Tuesday. I don't know if it's every Monday and Tuesday, but we'll find out this Monday and Tuesday coming up. And also that there is an admission to play the dungeons, and it appears to range from 5 to 8 gems depending on the dungeon. So obviously, you know, this new game mode and the price of 5 to 8 gems for admission, you would hope that the rewards are significant, which was surprising because when you're looking through the game information, there doesn't really seem to be any information on potential rewards. The only thing that we have like an opinion on, and I'll show you right here, are these cards right here. And these cards have been in the game for a while, since the last version, I believe, or even the version before that, but they've never been attainable in the game. You can't craft them, you can't get them as loot, you can't get them in an algebraic chest, you can't win them from a tournament, but they're in the game for some reason, and they've never been accessible. So it's just theory, but maybe these will finally become accessible through these dungeons as prizes. And you can see some of them, at least 4 of these guys, are really significant. You know, that kung fu power is pretty crazy. But yeah, and so we'll find out about the dungeons on Monday and Tuesday, and I'll post you know, if it's significant, I'll post another video and explaining what went on with that. The only other 2 things are going to take place in the future here, and according to the information in the game files, there will be, this is not 100% confirmed, but this is what it looks like, there will be a Christmas update very similar to the Halloween update. So you can expect a lot of the same thing, a Christmas themed chest and possibly a Christmas themed treehouse or other level, Christmas cards just like the ghost cards, possibly a new hero, a Christmas themed hero, and yeah, basically identical to the Halloween, just in the theme of Christmas. And that should come up, I don't know if it's going to be immediately after the Halloween update or if there will be a gap of time, but the information for the Christmas update is in the game files right now. And the last thing is, it's just something to note, if you go into the Google Play Store and you look at Card Wars app and you look at the information, they do acknowledge that there's problems with the game, you know, the tournaments and the bugs and not receiving rewards and such. And they are claiming that they're working on it, and they have an update coming out. Now, that update wasn't part of the Halloween update. I have no idea if it will be part of the Christmas update or even another update beyond that. I, for one, hope it's a completely separate update, separate from the Christmas update. That way they can really like change the game up, not just fix all the bugs, but add some seriously new content. You know, like everybody wants to be able to trade cards or do versus mode against friends and live players, and things of that nature. So hopefully we'll see that. And that's about all I have for you right now. Thanks for watching.